Phil McCurtain away okay from the outside. Mark Trelaw trying to tuck on the inside of Alan Hughes, but unsuccessful. Alan Hughes takes up the running from Phil McCurtain. Now, can Mark Trelaw set out after Alan Hughes? And he's certainly setting about at this moment. Alan Hughes is the leader, but here comes the danger. Mark Trelaw right behind. Alan Hughes being hotly pursued by Trelaw. Trelaw looking for the inside of Hughes. Hughes has left a little gap there. Oh, Trelaw couldn't quite squeeze through. Now he barrels through on the inside. Alan Hughes won't give way. Mark Trelaw forces him out wide. Alan Hughes comes back at him, but Mark Trelaw takes up the running as they come out of turn 4, and it's Mark Trelaw in the lead. Alan Hughes is not going to lie down, though. He's going to chase back after Mark Trelaw. Mark Trelaw with the lead. Here comes Alan Hughes back at him in second place, and Phil McCurtain is burnt right off, but they'll come down to take the checkered flag, and a win there by Mark Trelaw. Out of turn 4, checkered flag waves. Mark Trelaw is first. Alan Hughes is second, and third place to Phil McCurtain. A very exciting ride by Mark Trelaw. Missed the gate just a little bit, but certainly gave it everything he had to take out the Sidecar Stars scratch race in a time of 58.587. Tireman in a bit of problem with the clutch. And away they go. Tireman got away nicely from the 10-metre mark. Lynn Judd's a little slow up, though, and it forced him to back off a little bit, but allowed Paul Marnie to take up the running from Greg Griffith, who's going round the outside. Then tucked away in third place is Braddock. Here's Tireman coming round the outside of him, and Gary Trelaw squeezing through on the inside of Terry Clark. Now Greg Griffith goes round the outside of Paul Marnie, and Greg Griffith takes up the running. Look at Doug Tireman saving ground on the inside and squeeze through on the inside of Braddock. But it's Greg Griffith he's got to chase after at the moment. Griffith is by Marnie. Then comes Tireman. Gary Trelaw is squeezing through on the inside of Braddock, and Terry Clark is back at the rear of the field. Greg Griffith still the leader. Doug Tireman and Paul Marnie finding it difficult to pick him up. In fact, I don't think they're going to get to him. Greg Griffith coming into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Here's Doug Tireman trying to dive through on the inside of Marnie, and does so too, but it's Greg Griffith's race. Greg Griffith is first. Doug Tireman is second. Paul Marnie is third. Then came Gary Trelaw, followed by Terry Clark, and Braddock brought up the rear. Away they go. That was a good start, and it was Gary Trelaw who got the best of it. Doug Tireman trying to squeeze through on the inside of Gary Trelaw. Tireman still trying to pierce through there, but he can't do so. Here he is making another dive, and Gary Trelaw has been able to hold him back. Gary Trelaw, now Tireman looking for the inside of Trelaw. Trelaw on the outside, Tireman on the inside. Then comes Alan Hughes, and now Tireman has squeezed through. Mark Trelaw is running fourth. Doug Tireman the leader from Gary Trelaw. Let's see if Alan Hughes can fight his way. Look at Gary Trelaw come back on Tireman. Tireman and Gary Trelaw going into turn 3 locked together. Then comes Alan Hughes, followed by Mark Trelaw, Greg Griffiths and Phil McCurtain. All they're rubbing shoulders, they're bumping wheels. It's a really tightly fought race, this one, and look at Alan Hughes throw into there underneath Doug Tireman. Tireman manages to hang on from Gary Trelaw, who's moved back up the second. Alan Hughes is trapped out up high now, and here comes Mark Trelaw with a late final effort. Oh, Alan Hughes almost lost a passenger there with one to go. Doug Tireman leads from Gary Trelaw. Alan Hughes is trying desperately to pick them up and not having any success at the moment. It's Doug Tireman and Lynn Judd out in front. They've opened up a break of about 20 metres, and that's a big enough break to take this one out, I'd say. The checkered flag out the top as they come out of turn 4 for the last time. It's Doug Tireman's sidecar final. Second, Gary Trelaw. Third is Alan Hughes, and fourth is Mark Trelaw. Some very, very fine sidecar riding by some very, very fine sidecar riders there, and they thoroughly deserve a round of applause for a fine exhibition in the sidecar handicap final. 33 is Roger Clark.